I was watching Martin a little earlier, bro. Yo, the older we get, the funnier Martin get, bro. Like real talk, son. And they sitting there at the little comedy, at the little at the little talent night thing or whatever, and Pam cousin up there doing her thing. You know, my dude Tommy had to go up there and say his poem and everything. Now me talking about G knowledge, and then they had nothing to do with the Tommy. Like,
Yo,
yo, oh my God, yo, we like damn near a minute in. My bad, y'all. Was good, y'all. Was good, y'all. Was good, y'all. What's great? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast. I'm your host, Ashley Lovechild. I'm joined by my co-host, my brother from another mother. Blood couldn't make us any closer. One of the best photographers in the world. My brother Santana, say something to the people.
yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? The greatest chat ever. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad y'all in here. You already know. Jam-packed episode as always. And we're gonna sprinkle some jokes in there. You already know how we do. Let's
Yeah.
get it.
Yo, I just can't get ever since I seen that episode, bro. I can't get that joke out of my head with Tommy, bro. It's like, yo, I still got little tears in my eyes, y'all. Pause, but y'all
Hey,
already.
that's a nice jacket you got there. You know what I'm saying? New leather.
Where you get that? It's fine sale. Yeah, he said he got it from fine sale. Yo, and I didn't get it back then, but I get it now. You talking about, yo, I got this from fine sale, like.
Caught the deal of deals. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, damn, son. Yo, I really got tears coming out my eyes. Yo, that joint is hilarious, bro. My goodness. Funny, funny, funny. Good, funny stuff, bro. Woo! All right, y'all. Y'all already know. Let's start this off right. We already know we get into our popular opinions. This segment is brought to you by OUV Records. You see right here, OUV Records. The label model is create, document, and inspire. Make sure you go to the Instagram at OUV Records and stay in tune to the latest music and merchandise as you see it up there. As you see it up there. Yo, quick shout outs to some of our day ones already in the building. Thick pause. Shout out to King Prince in the building. Thank you for that love. WNBA getting spicy. I'm gonna start tapping into the WNBA. It's coming up more and more on my live feed. So I tap in more if y'all want us to talk about it. I tap in more to a little WNBA action. Of course, shout out to Rowan Jack. You already know the vibe in the building. Shout out to shout out to shout out to River. Shout out to River Page. Shout out to River Page. She followed up the monkey balls Thursday.
Oh no.
When the swelling didn't go down by Saturday, took it to urgent care, found out it was broken, didn't cry. That's what's up. Shout out to River Page.
Tough.
Shout out to River Page, man. She a soldier like her pops. That you know what I'm saying? I ain't surprised she didn't cry. She thugged it out like Pop Dukes. You know what I'm saying? There's a
Mm-hmm.
difference you got for a dad in the household. A young lady is gonna feel confident. She's gonna feel secure, and she's gonna know that everything gonna be all right. So shout out to Rowan Jack for being a stand-up dad, yo. Shout out to you, man. Real talk. Real talk. All right. Why don't looking like that? Why do looking like that? Okay. All right. First question of the night. First question of the night. All right. Let's get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, y'all. Which college football team are you looking most to see this year? Which college football team are you looking most to see in this year? Number one, that team from Ohio State. Number two, Colorado. Number three, Michigan. Number four, Oregon. Tell me what y'all think in the chat.
I'll go with primetime, baby. Gotta go with Colorado. You know what I'm saying? That's off rip. Like
Let's know
Oregon, come
why
on.
you going with prime time.
You know what I mean? For the culture, baby, always. You know what I'm saying? If you
That,
was at fucking Ohio State, I'll be rooting for Ohio State. If you was at Down City Metro Tech City Center University, I'll be repping that. You know what I'm saying?
uh-huh.
All for the culture, baby. You know what I'm
All
saying?
for the, all for the culture. Now I mean, that's how we get it. Me personally, y'all know I'm a big Michigan dude. My Michigan team is Title Town. You know what I'm saying? We just won that chip. First time ever in college history, not college history, in school history that we went 14-0, 15-0. 15-0, won the natty, the whole nine, you know what I'm saying? We the big dogs. But honestly, I know we're gonna be all right. Like old Mike Larry, I know Michigan, we're gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? Well, one walk out the door, another one walks in the door, and we get straight to it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna hold you. Ohio State is a scary looking team. They got some really good freshmen that came in. They load up every year, and they got top guys from other schools. Like they got the number one free safety from Alabama. They got the number one running back from Ole Miss. So Ohio State looking like they're going to be a whole problem. But I have to agree with my bro with Coach Primetime in Colorado. I want to see what the offensive line and that defensive line is looking like. I already know Shador is one of the best quarterbacks in college. I'm not even going to argue with anybody with that. Like, that's not even a sensible argument. He lit it up last year. He want to light it up this year. He got better receivers this year and is more depth. But I want to know what that offensive line is looking like. They won like 4 or 5 games, and the first 4 or 5 games of the season they won. And there was a couple games they should have won, but that offensive defensive line play was horrible. They gave up 50 sacks just on Shador. So that says a lot. So if they could get him sacked less, they was in them games, even the games that they lost, I think they're gonna win at least 10 games this year. Everybody been telling me I'm crazy, but I think they're gonna win 10 games this year. That defense is gonna be better. That offense is gonna be better. From what I see in the transfer portal, they got top tier guys that came to Colorado on both sides of the ball. I'm rolling with the Buffs as far as who I want to see the most. My brother went with the Buffs. I went with the Buffs. Pause. The rest of the world, they went with Ohio State at 37%. At 37%.
Ohio State is overrated because their conference is mad dookie, and it's been
Big
like that. Yeah, they don't play nobody. They don't play nobody except for Michigan.
No. The Big Ten is different now. They got
Oh,
the they,
who they put in the squad now? I mean,
I,
not the squad, the conference.
so the Big Ten. All right, so obviously it's Michigan, but you gotta remember Penn State. Penn State was damn near undefeated up until like week like 8 last year until they ran into us. Um, uh, they brought in USC, Oregon. I believe Washington is in the Big Ten now. Nebraska is going to be they're going to be good this year. Uh, who else who's nice? And then there's no more conferences. I mean, there's no more divisions in what you got. And Maryland was good last year too. They had Tua little brother. They was like six. They started like 6-0, 7-0. They was tough. So the Big Ten right now is actually the second best conference in all of college football.
They have to add some pieces. All right, we'll see how the season goes. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
But that was only the one thing about Ohio State. I didn't feel like they really got tested for in all the years they've been in the old conference, except for Michigan. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Other
But
than that, like they weren't really tested like that. You know what I'm saying?
you know why you say that? Is because it's not the conference. It's because who they play out of conference. So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like the Blue Bloods is the Michigan, the Penn State, your Wisconsin,
Right, yeah, yeah. And then they
Nebraska.
be playing some up buck
Yeah, yeah,
community college. I'm
yeah.
like, yo, come on, you don't even need
Like,
yo,
what are
come on.
y'all doing? Like they playing Youngstown State,
Come
all
on,
them.
bud.
They,
Why you gotta do Youngtown like that? You
you
know
know
what
what
I'm saying?
I'm
Let them eat in their own junk. You know what I'm saying?
saying? Playing Delaware Tech. Like what? Like what are we doing? Like we talking. Like, what are we talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, it's that conference is jam packed though. But a lot of guys, like even the Kansas State top quarterback, is transferred to Ohio State. So they got themselves a squad. And they're gonna be serious to deal with. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing them. I know what we gonna look like. Like old Mike Lowry gonna be.
We're gonna be all right. You know what
We're
I'm saying?
gonna be alright. You know what I'm saying? Michigan.
Hopefully his new partner invite him to the barbecues and shit. You know what
Yo, you know what, y'all? Today, we gonna feature something. We gonna feature something today. We got this rocket today.
I'm
We
saying?
got,
Get our laugh on.
we got a little laugh track, now, man. A little laugh track. You
Yes,
know
sir.
what
Laugh Factory. You know what I'm saying?
A little laugh track. I'm gonna incorporate that through the show. You know what I'm saying? A little laugh track. All right, y'all. Moving on to the next question. If you were starting a music label all time, y'all, all time, if you're starting a music label, who would you start with? Number one, Prince, Jay-Z, Lauryn Hill, DJ Premier. Number two, Michael Jackson, Biggie Smalls, Mary J. Blige, Dr. Dre. Number three, R. Kelly, The Lox, Beyonce, Jermaine Dupri. That's tough.
I'm
That's
gonna have to go with Michael Jackson, Big, and you said Dr. Dre, right? No, Mary J. Blige and Dr. Dre.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, not that right there.
Why?
Imagine Dr. Dre making a. I'm pretty sure maybe I don't know if he made a fire ass beat with Michael Jackson. I don't know, but that would have been. You know what I'm saying? That'd
Yeah.
be. I'm putting Dre in the fucking studio, and you ain't leaving until everybody got a whole album done.
Yo, but I'm hungry though. Don't worry, we're gonna bring you some food, G.
I'm gonna do like Diddy did. Like, yo, we gonna lock the studio down. You know what I'm saying? The only way you won't get to the studio if you walk to Queens for a sugar cookie. I only eat the finest sugar cookies, you heard?
Oh, stop playing. Stop
Nah,
playing.
but that lineup, Mary J. Blige, come on, Biggie, Michael Jackson, and then Dre as a producer. Sheesh.
You know what kind of make that a little cheating? Because like Michael Jackson, for you know why Michael Jackson music still holds up to this day, especially the music from the '90s. A lot of his beats wasn't R&B. It was hip hop.
Mm-hmm. You know what he was doing? Dropping mad swagoo sauce in in the studio.
Right. So because it Michael Jackson is singing R&B, he got hip hop beats, so naturally it becomes pop. So that's cheating. Like imagine Michael Jackson doing his Michael Jackson shit, then you got Biggie on the feature. You know what I'm saying? Or Mary J. Blige on a feature.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That lineup for me, yeah, that'll be a fire lineup, son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a crazy group. That yo, but don't sleep on that Prince, Jay-Z, Lauryn Hill, and then DJ Premier though.
Yeah, no, that one was tough. You know what I'm saying? That one was tough. I would have if they removed Lauren Hill and put Beyonce in there, then I'd have to jump on that. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I would have to jump on that. You feel me?
Yeah.
Just because of the catalog and the amount of work and body of work and Grammys that niggas gonna get and how much, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be
Yeah.
raping their budgeting. I'm gonna be raping everybody marketing, everybody flying subject, you know what I'm saying?
But yo, that group got a lot of Grammys between them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, nah. Again, no, like everybody on this list, it was a tough list. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, that shit was very hard to pinpoint. But everybody in their own right is all phenomenal. They're all great and they're all legends in their own right. You know what I'm saying? Each one of them is just that's our top tier upper echelon of,
yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yes, yes,
Top tier.
yes,
And
yes,
I don't want to go left field or whatever, but I'm just saying, like, it's a lot of us, a lot of pure blood American born that's on this
yeah,
list that just done took music to a whole
yeah,
nother stratosphere. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That
yeah,
can never be matched. I don't care.
yeah.
Everybody on that list, regardless their catalog and what they produce in music. I'm not talking
Uh-huh.
about personal life, just in music, the body of work is just crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. The Lauryn Hill music is so impactful, but I feel like we got a sample size of it. You know what I'm saying? As far as the span of her career, you know what I'm saying? It's still impactful, still to this day. But we talking about one album. She did have a second album, but some sort of way the production wasn't all the way right, and this and the third. But
I dropped the ball.
somebody dropped the ball somewhere, but pause. But with DJ Premier, Jay Z, Prince, they'll pick that slack up, like, yo, get in the studio, like, stop playing at L Boogie, stop playing, get in the studio and rock with us. But me, if I had to make my choice, I gotta go with Kells, dog. Like, yo, I can't.
That's a tough one. It was Kells. Who else? Kells,
It's Kells,
Beyonce.
Beyonce, The
Uh-huh.
Locks, and Jermaine Dupri as your producer.
Nah, I said that's a good comp. That's good, very good comp right there. You know what I'm saying? You got Kells, you got Jermaine Dupri as a producer, and niggas sleep on how much work producing wise Jermaine Dupri had.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? In the early '90s? What?
Yes, yes, yes. And throughout the 2000s. And throughout the 2000s. And then you got the locks. The locks is still here, bro. The locks
Still.
still outperform like 99% of these dudes out here. You know what I'm saying? And
Just
I'm
with pen work.
right, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not just talking about dudes from the 90s. I'm talking about just in period.
Yeah, I mean
99.
they still making music right now, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So
That's what I'm saying.
there's no I feel not to go off on the tangent, but real quick, I feel as though like there should be no cap into artistry, especially rap. Like, oh, rap is a young man's game. No, it's not.
Hmm.
I feel you can do it until you die. If you got something to say, you got something to spit, and you spit on the beat, why can't you continue it till you can't speak no more? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
Yes.
just my take.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you because the older you get, the more you have something to say. Like you going through real experiences. That's a part of music. What makes music great is taking your real experience, both good and bad, and putting it on a song. So how can you expect somebody to give you their best at 18 to, let's say, 27? Like, dog, like the after 27, life goes on. After 27, some real shit does happen to you. So, like, I don't get how people say, well, oh, this person is 50 now. They don't got nothing to say. They got plenty to say. They done lived life. They done seen some things and lived throughout some things. So I agree with you on that. And then on top of that, I live in Orlando. When I drive past the Magic Center, I don't live too far from where the Magic's play. There's a big thing up right now of a rock band who is like, I forget who it was exactly, but this rock band is in their 50s, bro. Playing in sold out arenas. Ain't nobody saying nothing about, oh, they're too old to be playing sold out arenas or to still to be making albums.
That's all I'm saying.
You feel me? So, but me personally, I'm going with R. Kelly, The Locks, Beyonce, and Jermaine Dupri. My brother went with MJ, Michael Jackson, Biggie Smalls, Mary J. Blige, and Dr. Dre. The rest of the world, they went with Michael Jackson, Biggie Smalls, Mary J. Blige, and Dr. Dre at 33%.
Cause I'm just looking at what the body of work Michael Jackson got. Then you got Biggie.
Crazy.
Then you got Mary J. Give me
Crazy.
all that. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy,
All her albums. You know what I'm saying?
crazy work.
Like, and then we got Drake. Sure. Like
Work.
crazy work, son. Crazy
So,
work.
Drive around playing Black Moon. Shout out to No Stranger to Danger. Shout out to you, my brother.
Shout
Shout out
out.
for real. Make sure y'all hit that like button. It helps with the show. Hit that subscribe button. It helps with the show. We appreciate and we love love. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next question on popular opinions. I've been getting so much flack on my Instagram, so I'm going to keep asking these questions anyway. So, and remember, y'all have to answer the questions that's on the list and listen to the question carefully, y'all. Not that y'all not doing it now, but I'm talking about for my rewatching on my Instagram. They don't listen to the questions carefully, especially when it comes to sports. All right. best NBA dunker in the game, all time, ever. Best NBA dunker in the game, all time. All right. Number one, Vince Carter. Why you laugh, bro?
Is that Terry Crews? Yo,
Yo, yo,
he's too
Rowan,
violent.
Rowan, you gonna get one of these tonight? That's the laugh track.
Yo, so Terry Crews is
Bro,
crazy. It's diabolical, son.
that's diabolical. All right, yo. All right.
So he
So,
says,
so number one, Vince Carter.
mm-hmm.
Number two, Sean Kemp. Number
Oh,
three, Michael Jordan. Number four, Dominique Wilkins.
damn. Nah, I gotta give it to Sean Kemp, son, because yeah, I gotta give it to Sean Kemp, son. Vince Carter was like he was flying through the damn roof. You know what I'm saying? It was fucking, it was visceral, it was beautiful, it was just, it was poetic, it was just, you know what I'm saying, mastery of air. But something about Sean Kemp, it was just,
It's like
it
nasty.
felt violent, son. Like it's you gotta put a restraining order on Buddy. You know what I'm saying? Like it felt like it was OD violent. Like yo, he didn't give a fuck about your life. You better get the hell out the way, type shit. I'm surprised none of the rims cracked. None of that shit. Like yo,
Yeah,
it was just straight violent and just he was bringing it to pause every game, day in day out. Not saying nobody else on the list was doing that, but I just felt Sean Kemp was just underrated, so very underrated. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like I know he had other issues that put a blemish in his career and all that stuff, but for me on this list, I gotta give it to Sean Kemp.
Sean Kemp stats wise is very underrated. People don't realize if you go to Sean Kemp stats, he's averaging 18, 19, 20, 22, 23 points a game.
The first 9 years of his career, playing in Seattle, like bro was going up against Barkley, uh, uh, um,
Oh,
Malone, top tier guys, and was winning and going to the All-Star game. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So that's why I feel like, you know what I mean? Other factors kind of blemish his career, but that first couple of years of him going to the All-Star game, like he was going up against top tier talent, you know what I'm saying,
yeah,
to make it
yeah,
to the All-Star. So
yeah.
I gotta give it to Sean Kemp.
Yeah, Sean Kemp was a bad boy. Sean Kemp, I remember seeing one dunk. He dunked on somebody, I believe, on goodness gracious. It was somebody on Golden State and he pointed
Mullen, I think Mullen or something.
now it was one of their shot blockers.
Mm.
It was one of their shot blockers. He threw it on him and he almost fell and he pointed at him like, I got you, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
That's
Sean,
when ball was ball. Like you know what I'm saying? Showboating and all that, like get slapped up, a couple of fist fights in the game, and y'all
yeah,
still playing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, facts. What really took Sean Kemp out is that he just got heavy. That's all it was. Like when he was playing in Seattle, he was at the top of his game physically. When he got to Cleveland, I think the first 2 years when he went to Cleveland, he did better in Cleveland than he ever did in Seattle as far as points and rebounds. But after that, he just got heavy, and he said like even though Cleveland was a place that he excelled, it didn't feel like family in Cleveland like how it was in Seattle. So he felt more focused in Seattle. So that way he caught up to him. So,
Mm.
um, but that Sean Kemp don't get enough. He's not in enough conversations, in my opinion. And when it comes to that dunking, that boy gets busy dunking the ball. Me personally, pause. Me personally, I want to say Mike because Mike in the game, I don't think people realize when he first came into the league and up into in his prime, Michael Jordan. You see Michael Jordan highlights. He's not dunking in the air on nobody. He's always dunking on somebody, and he's always dunking on shot blockers. But the only person I feel like that did it a little better than Mike, in my opinion, y'all. In my opinion, right? I got Mike at number two. I got Sean Kemp at number three, y'all. So it's not Sean Kemp for me. Number one, I'm gonna have to go with Dominique Wilkins. If you go look up Dominique Wilkins' career highlights, every dunk is on a shot blocker. Every dunk is not on no guards like LeBron James. He catch bodies on little guards. And, he don't catch. LeBron James don't catch no bodies. Like he's a freight train. Nobody wants to stand in the way. But most of his when he dunking on somebody is against little guards, right? So and Sean Kemp is dunking on everybody too. But Dominique used to do it with a type of style, like for example, right? You said with Sean Kemp it felt violent, right? With Dominique, it felt like somebody got murdered. Like yo, he about to go do 5 to 10 after he dunked on somebody. Like it felt bad. Like so, and he dunked on everybody. So I'm going with Dominique Wilkins. You went with Sean Kemp. The chat is going with Sean Kemp heavy in the chat. It's overwhelming in the chat with Sean Kemp. The rest of the world, they went with Dominique Wilkins at 41%. 41%.
That's why I feel that I respect that. I just feel like damn, like Sean Kemp got to get some love sometime soon.
Yeah, he do. He
Gotta
do.
get some love, son.
He do. He do. He do.
He gotta
And
get some.
talk. Sean Kemp was the only player that I seen actually wear the number 40 and make it look tough. Everybody else, it was like butt wearing for 40. Like, why you wearing 40, bro? But he made the number look tough though. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
but Sean Kemp do need some credit, bro. And I'm gonna give an honorable mention to this list too, because people gonna just throw names out there. But I'm gonna give an honorable mention to 2 people and 2 people only. All right, y'all. They gonna be killing me, right? All right. So one person I gotta give an honorable mention to is Blake Griffin, in-game dunker. In-game, he's really good in-game dunking on people. And number 2, I gotta go with my second favorite player of all time, Grant Hill. If y'all know anything about Grant Hill, if you don't, look him up. Look him up. And you see Grant Hill dunking on shot blockers. He's dunking on Dikembe. He's dunking on Alonzo Mourning. He's dunking on Patrick Ewing. He's dunking on top shot blockers in the NBA. Not to mention one of my favorite plays of Grant Hill is when he crossed up Scottie Pippen. You know what I mean? Hit him with the little spin ski, threw it on his life, and looked at MJ like, yo, is you serious? Not to mention he clapped the backboard.
Mm.
He clapped the backboard. When you clap the backboard at the dunking, that's the sign of just ultra disrespect. That's like having sex with a girl and throwing a condom on her back when you finish. Just straight disrespect. Like, just slap the backboard, looked at MJ like, yo, is you serious? Get this guy off of me, dude. So I'm going to say Grant Hill and Blake Griffin is my honorable mention. All right, y'all. So moving on to the last question in popular opinions. Best, best, best martial arts movie on this list. Best martial arts movie on this list, y'all. On this, not of all time, of this list. All right. Number 1, Bloodsport. Number 2, The Best of the Best. Number 3, The Last Dragon. Number 4, Into the Dragon.
Oh man,
Those are some tough ones, though.
I gotta go with The Last Dragon, son. Come on, son.
Why you go with The Last Dragon?
Because there was a black people running a pizza shop, baby. Gotta go with The Last Dragon. Nah.
Daddy Green's Pizza?
I'm like, yo, I want me a slice.
How you
Nah,
do?
but
How you
it
do
was
a
just
how you do a kung fu and running a pizza stand? Like that's wild, bro. That's wild.
it was just a lit ass movie, son.
Nah, it
Like, you
was.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it
Niggas
was.
had their soul glow going on, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yo, Show Enough need his own movie, so I didn't know how he got his skills. You know what I'm saying? I need to I want to know what teacher taught this man his skills. You know what I'm saying? I want
Show,
to see what type of slow soul glow his teacher had. You know what I'm saying?
yo, Show enough need a prequel.
Yo, showing up damn sure need a prequel, son. Make that shit happen, Hollywood. And I ain't even on my Hollywood need to access. You know what I'm saying? That's a freebie.
Yo, that is hilarious. Oh man. What is the biggest reason why you gonna go with the Last Dragon?
Oh, melanin, of course.
Oh,
Of course,
I
they ain't gonna tell you that we the ones that came up with taekwondo, karate, all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
huh.
We the originators of that. Bushido, all that shit. Tai
Yeah,
Chi. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So yeah, I'm always gonna go with melanin off rip.
Catches bullets with his teeth, nigga. Please.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that movie was hilarious though. That movie was hilarious. Oh man. All right, so you went with the Last Dragon. I'm really stuck between two movies. Pause. Um, I want to say the best of the best, bro. I want to go with the best of the best, but I'm going with Bloodsport, bro. I'm going.
Classic.
I gotta go because it was so much at stake, bro. It was just because best of the best. It was a lot at stake for America, and that America had to pull it out. You know what I'm saying? But like you ain't losing your life in Olympic sports. You know what I'm
Nah.
saying?
Nope.
Blood sport. If you drew Bolo, it was a good chance you wasn't coming out of there, bro.
You
Bo,
and your man is gone. You know what I'm saying?
yo,
Your
Bolo.
trainer.
My bad. Go ahead.
I said you, your man's, your trainer, everybody out. Out of there.
Out, bro.
So it ain't just you in the ring, it's everybody. So the stakes was really high. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, Bolo gonna give you like 3 clean shots, bro. If you don't do what you do with them 3 shots,
Finito.
and then not to mention, it's hilarious when I see a young Forrest Whitaker in there with the baby fro trying to chase down Van
Frank
Dam.
Dukes.
Like you gonna catch him? Like you gonna catch Frank Dukes? Like so you gonna catch Frank? You gonna catch Frank? You know what I'm saying?
You better let that nigga go to the Kumite. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Frank does full splits for breakfast, and you catch
Yo,
Frank.
you ain't catching Frank. Man. Let
You
Frank eat. You know what I'm saying?
you feel me, bro? You not catching Frank, bro. So yo, them scenes with Forrest Whitaker running through China or whatever they was at with the baby, bro, trying to chase him, jumping
They
from
got
both.
the walkie-talkie in one hand. Like,
Yeah,
where
like
you at? Like, yo, Whitaker, if you don't get the fuck up out this scene, my nigga.
he jumping from boat like he got balance like that. Nigga, you get the hell out of here with the petty loafers. Try to
You
take
ain't built like that. You know what I'm saying?
yo. So me personally, I'm going with Bloodsport because to me, it was just the stakes was just too high on Bloodsport, and it's a great watch. Like, there's never a time if Bloodsport is on that I'm not going to finish watching Bloodsport. That's just me personally. Even though I love the best of the best, the Last Dragon and Into the Dragon, but I'm going with Bloodsport. My brother went with the Last Dragon. I'm seeing all types of stuff in the chat. I'm seeing Ninja Turtles in the chat. It's not on the list, y'all. It's not on the list. Not on the list. Well, man, good though. Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact, Rowan Jack. That's a fact. That's a fact. All right, so the rest of the world, they went with Bloodsport at 39%. At 39%.
Ah, that's a
Yeah.
good choice. I'm not gonna lie. That's a good movie too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, all
Yeah.
good movies. You feel me? That you need all of them in your list. You know what I'm saying? As far as action, karate movies. So, top tier movies all around.
And I had this argument with one of my other bros the other day, right? And he was like, movies is about the time period and we move on. I said, no, that's bullshit. Because when we talk about Bloodsport, the best of the best, The Last Dragon, and Into the Dragon, all 4 of those movies right now still hold up to this day.
Still, and Into the Dragon was like in the 70s.
Right, right. I think The Last Dragon came out like in the early, I would say the mid
Hey,
80s.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All
So
these 70s, 80s, and early 90s. Because Bloodsport was, I think Bloodsport like 88, 89.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Best of the Best had to be early 90s. You know what I'm saying? This is
yeah, yeah.
top tier work in different
Me,
eras of Hollywood. You know what I'm saying?
uh-huh. My bad, go ahead, say that.
No, I'm saying like these movies is top tier work, and they were in different eras and genres of Hollywood and showcasing different techniques and ingenuity in creating the movies. You know what I'm saying? So 70s with Enter the Dragon, 80s with The Last Dragon, and the two in the early 90s and shit with Bloodsport and Best of the Best.
That's a fact. And they still hold up
Still
still,
hold weight. You know what I'm saying?
still to this day. All right, y'all, we moving on to our next segment. Hollywood need to ask us. We came up with this segment because there's normally been a lot of trash movies in Hollywood. So we came up with this segment to give ideas and put them into the atmosphere of Hollywood. But Hollywood needs to come to the table and talk to me and my brother. We got the fire ideas for new movies and TV series. You want to start this one off?
Oh, I'm gonna ruffle a little bit of feathers with this one, but since Hollywood love to make slave movies and all this shit, I want to see a movie about sundown towns.
Mm,
So you could call it sundown, sunset, whatever you want to call it, but I need the real historical significance and importance of when y'all created sundown towns, and they're still in existence to this day because y'all never got rid of none of those laws. So sundown town, even though they don't enforce it, the fact that you never removed it from the law books is very funny money. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So I definitely want to see a movie about sundown town. And since I love showcasing the bullshit, showcase the real in sundown towns and how if black people were caught in certain towns after sunset, what would happen to them, even though they couldn't move around like that in those times. And then if they got caught, it was because they were trying to get from across town and got caught up. So I want to see the whole thing. Don't hold back and just showcase how idiotic and retarded that shit was. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Facts. Facts. Yeah, that's dope. You like, but people don't realize sundown towns is all over the USA. Like
Yeah.
we got in certain areas of Florida there's sundown towns, certain parts of Mississippi, certain parts of Georgia, certain parts of Minnesota in the Midwest, certain parts of Ohio. So there, in certain areas, in different states, there is still considered sundown towns. So that would be a dope movie to see. Is anybody that you would think to play like a lead role in that?
No, nothing's nobody in specific comes to mind because it's like it's not a character specific point, more so like dealing with a whole group of people, you know what I'm saying? So they could really put anybody to carry it because I really want to showcase and really want the ideology being more flushed out. You know what I'm saying? The mere fact that you got a business is not doing so good, but you got black people that are willing to spend money, but you don't want to fuck with them because they in your town and you got to kick them out, but you
Yeah,
got bills to pay.
yeah,
You know
facts.
what I'm saying? So it's like
Facts.
it don't make no sense. If we live in a capitalist society, you don't give a fuck where the money comes from, as long as they got the money to pay for your service, right?
Facts.
And
Facts.
sundown towns are not like that. You know what I'm saying? The whole town would come together to make sure black people want to go be in here. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the ideology is what I want to be more fleshed out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
that ideology is still here. You feel
Hmm.
me? Because y'all still ain't get rid of none of these sundown towns and then see that your ancestors was fucked up. Like, yo, let's just get fuck the statutes. How about you get rid of the statutes and codes and laws in the books? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't
facts.
give a damn about a Robert E. Lee statue. But
Hmm.
I do damn dear sure give a fuck about some laws that's still in play from the 1800s that y'all forgot about.
They didn't forget.
They ain't forget them. That's why they still there. So yeah, that's why I want to see more so the ideology. That's why I didn't really pick too much of a star cast to move it along because I want the ideology and the mentality to be showcased more.
Okay, okay. Shout out to Biggs in the chat, my bro Biggs in the chat. You already,
Goody.
you know what I'm saying? I was raised in the 5 points of Salt Lake City. I've been close to Salt Lake City. I've never been to Salt Lake City.
Yeah, I've never been to Utah. I definitely want to visit though. I hear
Yeah,
it's a lot of stuff to see in Utah. You know what I'm saying? And they don't really talk about Utah like that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. They just talk about the basketball, and that's pretty much about it. So
Oh,
Lake City.
Lake City,
Oh,
Florida. Oh,
oh, 5 point Lake City. Oh, Lake City. I thought it said
oh, that's like Central Florida, huh?
Lake. Okay.
Yeah, them Central Florida towns and all that. No.
All right, y'all. All right, so Hollywood need to ask us. I want to see. I want to see the Inkwell Part Two, but not the movie. I want them to make it into a series.
Mm.
Like the Inkwell has too much legs just for a movie. Because after the movie with Lorenz Tate, I felt like it was just too short. Like it was, and it wasn't even a short movie, but it had too much legs. I wanted to know what happened to the characters
Yeah,
after.
yeah. I think
You,
that'd be lit.
I wanted to know if Junior ever found out. Who his cousin. You know what I'm saying? Got some love from. You know what I'm saying? Obviously we know what happened to Jada Pickett's character. You know what I'm saying? We already know, but it's just too much legs. I would love to see them bring that back instead of a movie. Bring it back as a series, and it would be dope if Lorenz Tate was a part of it because now he could go back to the Inkwell. He's probably did well in his life, so he's going back to to see his family. A lot of those characters and people is still alive that they could
That'd
do
be lit.
so I would love to see them not just for a movie, but them develop it into a series. So I would love to see that. And like I said, I would bring back the original cast because everybody's still here. Obviously, incorporate some young energy. He probably has a kid or two or something like that. So I think that would be absolutely fun to see. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that patreon.com. Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast? Patreon.com. Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast for exclusive merchandise? Don't forget hit the like button. It helps with the show, and we love. All right, on to one of our most favorite segments of the show is our must see segment where we get into must see movies, must hear albums, and must see shows. You want to start this one off?
So, chat, you already know how I do. I always come up with a theme, and this theme is like no other theme like I always do before. It's just every time they do a movie about space, it's always disastrous, right? So the theme is don't go to space. It ain't good for you. You know what I'm saying? So the first movie on the list of don't go to space is the movie Sunshine. Came out 2007. And it's a star-studded cast. You know what I'm saying? But before they got known, so it stars Killian Murphy, Rose Byrne, Michelle Yeoh, Chris Evans, Cliff Curtis, Benedict Wong, uh, Hiroki Sanada, Troy Garrity, and Mark Strong. It's about a dystopian future where scientists had to come up with a way to restart the sun because the sun is dying, and they send in a crew to space to go complete the mission, and all hell breaks loose. So, you know what I'm saying? I would just rather die on Earth than go
Yeah,
to space. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
don't go to space if you're in sunshine, right? Next one on the list of don't go to space is Ad Astra. Came out 2019, stars Brad Pitt, Tommy Lee Jones, Donald Sutherland, Ruth Nega, crazy last name, all right, Liv Tyler, Kayla Adams, Natasha Lloyd, Kimberly Ellis, uh, Greg Burrick, Lauren Dean, John Ortiz, Elisa Perry. Is about a top tier astronaut who's from a long lineage of astronauts. His father went to had a space mission 2 decades earlier, never came back. Now they got a message from his pops, so now he got to go to space and find out if the signal that they got is real or phony. And this movie really deals with like the loneliness of space. You know what I'm saying? Like the vast distance and really where you can't conceptualize being a million miles away from another human being. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So I would never go. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm not going. So
Yeah.
last on this list of don't go to space, you know what I'm saying? Is Interstellar. Came out in 2014. Stars Matthew McConaughey, Jessica Chastain, Anne Hathaway, Timothy Chalamet, Mackenzie Foy, Matt Damon, Michael Caine, John Lithgow, Wes Bentley, David Geishi, Casey Affleck, and Ellen Bernstein. Again, about another dystopian future where Earth is very uninhabitable and they get a signal in space and they want to go check it out, and you already know how that goes. All hell breaks loose. Pure fuckery. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Interstellar is one of the best movies that deals with space and time and paradoxes and stuff like that. Basically, stay your ass on Earth. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You don't want to go to space. Just
Fact.
just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
these movies will definitely want to make you stay on Earth, go to the beach with your lady, and don't worry about space. You know what I'm saying? So don't go to space. My movies are Sunshine, Astrada, and Interstellar. All these movies, you got top tier, upper echelon scientists, and everybody's fucking up so for some reason. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm staying my black ass here. And
Yeah.
y'all go up there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all tell me about it. Send me a postcard when y'all come back. You know what I'm saying?
It's talk about easy money because all these movies, everybody get paid to watch something, to see something, and if something jump off, it's like, yo, you gotta tell somebody. All of a sudden, nobody know how to do their job. Like, but y'all been making all this bread, all this chicken, this free chicken, doing absolutely jack crap.
But
Like,
when shit hits a fan, don't nobody know nothing.
you know what I'm
Jose
saying?
just know tires. He don't know spaceship. He just know
But,
tires.
but at least JoJo know tires though.
He
You
knows
still
something. You know what I'm saying?
something, bro. Like, come on, man. So yeah, y'all check out those movies. Make sure you tap in. My must see three movies. I don't have a theme like my brother do. I always pick movies that I feel like is in front of your face, but you never really like tapped into it. All right, so my first movie is called Imaginary Crimes. Came out in 1994, directed by Anthony Dresson. Uh, it stars Harvey Keitel, uh, Farazuna Bulk, Elizabeth Moss, Vincent D'Onofrio. I always mess his name up. And Chris Penn. A dope movie about a father raising two girls. His wife left him, and if you talk about if there was a picture of somebody that was the ultimate finesse king, it would be Harvey Keitel in this movie. Like he was the finesse king of all finesse kings. Like that's all he doing is straight finessing. And you have to see the rest of the movie. Just tap in. It's a really good watch. Make sure you tap into Imaginary Crimes. You can see it on Tubi right now. All right, my second movie is called Judgment Day. Judgment Day came out in 1998, directed by John Tursky. Stars Mario Van Peebles, Susie Amos Cameron, Ice T, Tommy Lister Jr. Y'all know him as Debo in the Fridays, Coolio, and Lisa Venetti. Veneto. Sorry. Veneto. Judgment Day is about you got some scientists in space, and you have to see the rest of the movie. All
Yeah,
right.
it's already all bad. So it's already involved. You put scientists in space. That's recipe for disaster, son.
You know what I'm saying? So make sure you tap into Judgment Day. All right. My last and final movie is called The Fog, directed by Rupert Wainwright. And I didn't know Rupert Wainwright uh, also directed Blank Check.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
our favorite classic right there.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Blank
Young
Check.
10-year-old finesse all adults. Like,
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Rupert Wainwright,
right.
star Tommy Welling, Maggie Grace, Selma Blair, D. Ray Davis, the comedian D. Ray Davis, and Kenneth Walsh. a dope movie about a town in Oregon. Everybody just living their life, and the fog just happens, in Oregon, and within that fog, death comes with the fog, and you have to see the rest of the movie. I'm not gonna ruin it for you. Tap in to see again the fog, Judgment Night, and Imaginary Crimes. Make sure you tap into those. Um, all right, moving on to our three must-hear albums, must-hear music, y'all. Get into these albums. I went R&B all 2014, so I got a theme tonight, 2014. But there was a reason why I did this, though. All right, so number one, must-hear album, Daniel Caesar, called Praise Break, came out in 2014. Must-hear album. Number two, Mally Music with the Mally Is 2014 album. And number three, 2014 is the 10th anniversary of this album. It's my album when I was doing R&B. It's called, obviously, it's Ashley Lovechild. The Light Show album came out in 2014. So it's been 10 years. It's the 10-year anniversary for that album. So make sure you tap into the Ashley Lovechild, which is me, the Light Show album, Molly Music, My Is album, and Daniel Caesar Praise Break album. Top tier fire albums. You got a classic show for us?
It's not a classic show, but it's definitely a must-see show. It's on what's it, Amazon Prime. It had 2 seasons, but they had to get rid of it because it was just too much sauce on it. The series is called Homecoming. Now it stars Julia Roberts, Stefan James, Bobby Cannavale, Janelle Monáe, Shea Wigham, Hong Choi, Jeremy Allen White, Sissy Spacek, Alex Karpowski, Chris Cooper, Joan Cusack, uh, Dermont Mulroney, Sydney Tamia Poitier, Aiden Mayer, and Frankie Shaw. It's 2 seasons, and it follows, the first season follows this both seasons follow psychiatrists working at this facility called Homecoming, but it's run by the military. So the purpose of these psychiatrists is to help the incoming of soldiers coming from war, to get them more acclimated and get them more controlled and calm, to get them back into society. If they're getting too crazy and they have too much trauma from war, I'm gonna have to put it out there. All of a sudden, they take a pill and they lose all their memory, and now
Mhm.
they construct a new memory for them so they can move on in society. I really believe that that's how they do, where not that they destroy people's memory, but they experiment on soldiers, different stuff, because you know what I'm saying, you government property. So who better than to experiment on? And I feel this show, Homecoming, was showcasing that. It was very lit. Like the way they did it was just, but by the second season, you just saw it like, damn, like this is crazy. It goes deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? And how it ended, it kind of seemed like they were going to have a third season. Like I said, it was just too much sauce and they had to get rid of it. Again, it's called Homecoming. It came out in 2018 and it has 2 seasons.
Fire. Make sure y'all tap into Homecoming, y'all. Tap into that. My must see show is called La Brea. La Brea came out in 2021. Has 3 seasons. Stars Natalie Zia, Zach Martin, and Nicholas Gonzalez. Dope show. Dope show. It was about present day. Then somehow in present day they fell into some sort of like wormhole, or and the wormhole hole went into prehistoric times where you had dinosaurs, you had all types of stuff. And the actual location of the prehistoric time was a place called La Brea. So where they lived in original reality is the present time of what they know, and then they fell into the, well, not the wormhole, the sinkhole, to the past times.
Mhm.
And somehow, some way, because of the father and his mental capacity, he's always dreamed of this place that he's been before, but he can't recognize it. And somehow, some way, because he stayed in the reality and his family fell into the sinkhole, he was able to communicate through his telepathy, from the present time and the reality time. So it's a pretty interesting show. It's very good, very dope. So make sure y'all tap into La Brea. Like I said, it has 3 seasons and it came out in 2021. You got cologne for us?
Most definitely, y'all know y'all gotta look good, y'all feel good, y'all dress good, you gotta smell good. So you definitely need this bottle, Versace, but the scent is Eros. I had mentioned this before, but this new one is Eros Flame. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get this hot fire because you need that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be up on you crazy this summer. So you need this Versace Eros Flame to just accentuate the swagoo sauce. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
get you a bottle of Eros Flame on top of everything else you got going on, and you're gonna be butter this summer. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? Never steer y'all wrong.
Get them with the butters. They're gonna
Hit
be
them with
butter.
the butter. You know what I'm saying? I
I
can't believe
mean,
it's not butter.
it's not parquet, butter.
Yeah, I'm trying to say we use molasses now. Yo,
Ah,
can somebody tell me where you can find molasses?
that's passe. You know what I'm saying? We using molasses now. Molasses. Yo, yo. All right, y'all. We moving on to our next segment. Y'all already know what time it is. It's time to rap. All right, this segment is brought to you by Button Snap, so you get classic movies, shows, and documentary original content for your viewing pleasure of
Oh,
$4.99.
my fault, Rowan. It's a musk smell, not fruit. Nah, chill. We don't do the fruity. You know what I'm saying? So the Eros Flame is a musk smell, so more manly. You know what I'm saying?
That man smell, you heard?
That man smell, you heard? Wood chips, fire burning. You know what I'm saying? Chestnuts roasting on the open flame.
Yo, you stupid, yo.
Oh man.
Man. All right, so our first hot topic for the night is NFL player Terrell Lewis ran out on the escort service after getting a threesome. So everybody butt naked in the room except for him. When they was going up to, they was expecting their bread. So he pulled like, what's that over there? He cooks it out the room. The
Not
girl,
for the what's over there, don't.
the
Oh
girl,
my.
the girl one girl tried to grab his jacket and the other girl chases him down. I don't know if she caught him, but she was running full speed, mind you, in the hotel, on the hotel floor, butt naked. Butt naked.
So he ran off on the bill.
He ran off on the bill.
Man, that's wild business, man. Like, just, you know what I'm saying? Just pay up. Yeah, I did the dude pay him. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to look crazy in camp. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
You know everybody on camp gonna roast you.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
better be
Oh,
ready for that. The jokes is coming.
yo. Yo,
Oh
you,
my gosh, man. Like, yo,
you,
I feel sorry for cats with all this social media shit. Cause if you sue and you're a public figure on top of that and you do goofy joints like this, you gonna get roasted, man. And
I know,
nobody is funnier than a motherfucker on the football team, son.
yo, I
I
was just
need top tier jokers. You know what I'm saying? Upper echelon type jokes. Shit that make you want to fight somebody. You know what I'm saying? So you better be ready for camp, son. I just hope you had a good excuse for running off on the jump. You know what I'm saying?
yo, all right. So if you ain't never played football before, like on every football team across America, there's at least two bona fide top level comedian niggas on your football team.
Top tier.
Top tier that have everybody in tears, right? So you go on the camp, it's the NFL. You got at least 90 dudes in camp. Obviously, they break it all the way down to 52. But it's gonna be 90 dudes in camp. You gonna get roasted. Like I've never heard the dude before. I've never heard of him. So I don't know if he's a star player, but I've never heard of him before. So chances are he's gonna be a part of that 92 team. And if he's really good, he'll make the 52, 53 man team roster. But the jokes is going to be crazy and creative. And
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
so I hope he has tough and thick skin. Pause.
I
Because
mean, if you was tough enough to run on the plug, you tough enough to sit and take the jokes. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
that's just crazy behavior. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
if y'all doing that business, get the money up front. You know what I'm saying? However y'all situated. You know what I'm saying? Just it's it's unfortunate, but
But how you let a butt naked how you let a butt naked woman chase you down in a public setting and he was fully clothed?
it don't make no sense.
Can you imagine if he would have tore his Achilles and then he had to sit in front of the coach and like, yo, so how this happened? And it's like, yeah, nah, I was playing basketball. Like,
yeah,
nah,
yeah, nah. Pasta tape. Show what he did last. That's a first class ticket to Turkey, if I know.
you know what I'm
You know what I
saying?
mean?
That's
I'm getting
that's a,
all leather on this one, on this flight. You know what I'm saying? I'm
you
gonna
know
pay for
what
the leather.
I'm
You ever touch your leather, Mike?
saying? yo, 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 yeah. Hold on, y'all. I don't. My bad, y'all. Yeah, yeah. That's just wild. That's straight turkey behavior, bro. Like, yo,
First
that really
class.
look really bad in just in all spaces. It just makes us look bad as men. If you want to get your threesome and you paying for it, just pay it. You know what I'm saying? Now you look super whack by running a whole 40 down the hotel lobby because you didn't want to pay your bill. Like that's just crazy. If you're gonna pay for the buns, pay for the buns.
Just
If you're
pay
not
for it.
the buns, then don't pay for the buns. Let them know, like, yo, I'm not paying you, Jack. You want to get a cracking with me? We could get a cracking, but I'm not paying you. Then everybody understand what's going on before time. Simple as that. You
Facts.
a, you an NFL player, so I'm pretty sure you can get some free buns. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, that's funny though. But you got to see the clip. The clip is hilarious. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Chris Rock is returning with Everyone Hates Chris. The TV show is coming back. What do you
Oh
think of
yeah, I heard about that. It's the animated jump, right?
it? Mm-hmm.
I
Yes.
think that'll be fire. You know what I'm saying? I think they'll be fire, and it's smart because the cast is a lot older. But if you're doing an anime style, they voice, you know what I'm saying, can still
Yeah.
carry on if they need to act a little younger. They could voice act that, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's lit. Keep keep my black actors working, you know what I'm saying? That's what's up. I like that. I like that a lot. I like the pivoting of anime and getting all the original cast to voice their, you know what I'm saying, their characters. And I think it's phenomenal, son. Like I don't see why not they can't continue the series. Are they continuing it or redoing it again? Or
Well, that I don't know for sure. That's another question I was about to ask you. Would you prefer the story be a continuation or be set back? Because, like you said, them kids is a lot older. So now, if they doing kid voices, they would need new actors for the kids. But if
right.
they progressive story, they could keep the same actors.
Yeah, I think it would be smart to progress the actors, get them. I mean, they're animated, so you could make them look older, but they in high school or some college, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
then voice the actors accordingly. And I still, however they do it, I think it's a dope idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess that slap really helped Chris Rock out to get this little deal. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
that's
yeah. That's what I heard. I heard it's gonna be a slapper, a knee slapper. So I can't wait to check this show out when they finish. Finally finish it, develop it. Obviously, Tashina Arnold and Terry Crews. We mentioned Terry Crews all the time, Rowan Jack. Terry Crews will be back for the show. I think that type of thing is tailor made for Terry Crews because he could be silly, he could be funny, he could have the stern voice when he needs to have the stern voice. So I think it's tailor made for him, which is great. He's, like you said, melanated actors working and getting back to it. So those are all positives. But I'm just very interested if they're going to progress the show. The only character I think that we would miss is the character Malvo, because Ricky
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Malvo. So rest in peace to Ricky Harris. I said Ricky Smiley, Ricky Harris. Um, so that would be the only character that needs to be replaced. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Did you know that there are certain names in the U.S. that we cannot name our children?
No, I ain't know that.
Yeah, some of these names they didn't ask the melanated community, because I've heard of some of these names within our community. All right, so one of the names that we cannot name our children, which I don't think nobody would think to name our children, is 1069. Another name we can't name our children is at. We can't name our children Messiah. You haven't asked you haven't been in the melanated community. I know quite a few little young messiahs in the neighborhood.
There's a few running around in the hood.
You know what I'm saying? And not to mention one of my godsons name is Messiah. So like I said, you have not been in the melanated neighborhoods. Obviously Adolf Hitler, Majesty is another one. Third is another one.
Yeah.
I know a little girl named Majesty. Again, I know some of these names, bro. Uh, Santa Claus, Jesus Christ, Queen, and King. Obviously, in the melanated neighborhood, I we know some kings and we know some queens.
Oh, they run them names down ragged. Like, oh my God. Just stop.
So, though, I didn't know that these names were illegal. Again, in our community, I know about half this list.
How the hell you gonna tell somebody how they gonna name their child? If they want to name their child third, that's what they want to name their child. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you tell them they can't do something is like, now you gonna make me, you know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
why we get names like the coldest,
yeah,
the
yeah.
British all, you know what I'm saying? Like
Draymond, you know what I'm saying? He's a
too
wild name.
many there's too many Aidens out here. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
a 100,000 Aidens. You know what I'm saying? Like that name should be on the list. No more Aidens. You know what I'm saying?
and I know his name wasn't Hitler, but young Dolph, his name was Adolf, right?
Yeah, Adolf. Yeah.
Yeah, so
You know what I'm saying? You can't tell us what to do. So just chill. It's going right on the birth certificate. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Chill out.
throw that right on there. Don't worry about nothing. You know what I'm
Don't worry
saying?
about nothing.
So I just thought that was very interesting.
Your name is Toby. Ah.
uh,
Now add that on the list.
Toby.
Toby,
See,
yeah.
they won't. We can't name our kids no Toby, but we
You
can name
damn
them.
sure. You better name them 7
You
before you
know
name them Toby.
what I'm saying? Yo, it was like, why did you name him Toby? You're like, you're not listening. One more I say, you ain't listening. You ain't getting it. Like, you know what I'm
This
saying?
shit ain't registering. You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
ain't registered. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, all right. So moving on. Our next hot topic. People, this has been a backlash after the Lakers have hired JJ Redick as the head coach. Sam Cassell was the clear cut choice because of his resume, and this is what we had discussions about in the past on past shows about you know building skill and the value of knowing people, right? So Sam Cassell, they did a comparison. So Sam Cassell played 15 years. Well, Sam Cassell has been coaching for over 15 years as an assistant. He's won 4 NBA championships, three as a player, and one as an assistant coach. opposed to JJ Redick?
Nothing.
Nothing. Not
Nothing.
to not to mention Sam Cassell is an NBA All-Star, and he was an NBA All-Team player one year as well. And JJ Redick, nothing. So, what do you think of the backlash that they receiving for hiring JJ Redick over a more qualified candidate based on experience than Sam Cassell?
Obviously, it's not about qualifications. You know what I'm saying? Because you would have put the best person for the job. Obviously, it's something else going on. I can't see JJ Redick commanding that Lakers locker room and gaining the respect of the players to view him as their coach and their leader.
Yeah.
Somebody to go to when it's 40 seconds left and we need a play and we need inspiration. We're gonna look to Redick to inspire us.
Uh-huh.
No, I don't see that.
Yeah.
But maybe they know something I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you get the job with no experience. That don't correlate in real life. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna be a truck? How you gonna get a job as a truck driver if you never drove trucks? Oh, my pops got a truck, but I never drove it. But you know what I'm saying? I could drive trucks though, because my pops got a truck.
In the
I
real
get it.
in the real world, I don't know what job you get without some sort of experience, bro. When you need the experience coming in. The only time you get a job without getting experience is when they want to pay you the bare minimum. They just need a body to pick up some boxes. Getting fired on your day off. They supervisor said they caught me stealing boxes.
Won't get caught stealing boxes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so there are exceptions, but these exceptions are really more labor based. This is not a labor menial type of job position. This is the head coach of one of the most storied franchises in all the sports. In all the sports, that the Lakers' job is supposed to be a job for a guy who's been busting his ass in the NBA as an assistant or a head coach on the other team that's been doing very well, and now he's getting his shot to coach a high priority team like the Lakers. That's normally how that works,
Supposedly.
supposedly. So it's quite interesting on how that happened. Um, the backlash is well deserved in my opinion. I mean, again, Sam Cassell has been a player. He's been great as a player. He's been great as a coach, as an assistant, helping with player development. And I mean, you reap what you sow. I don't think JJ Redick is going to have an issue with X's and O's because when you play this game, you know X's and O's. But when you coach in an NBA franchise, being a leader of men, of grown ass men, not
Mhm.
college, not of grown ass men. You have to be a leader of men where half the team makes more money than you. So mentally, what are the psychology tools that you're going to use to keep your team engaged throughout the season, through the highs, the lows, and being able to manage that thing called the Lakers?
You better not bring your wife to none of the games, man. Because if the player don't like none of the plays, my, you
Don't you-
know what I'm saying? Ain't no respect in the NBA. So everybody's wife is up for grabs.
Now we talked about this episodes ago where if the players don't like the coach, they have been known to knock down the coach's wife. This is very real, y'all. This is very real. If the
Crazy
player
to him.
like the coach and the coach wife is smashable, they taking her down. If you do the research, it's happened on numerous of teams. Numerous of teams. Happened to numerous of coaches. My bad. Go ahead. I just had to
No, no,
interject.
no. No, you good.
So it was just quite interesting when just hearing the backlash and it's warranted. It's warranted, and we're gonna see, man. Only time will tell. He looks like a head coach. He has the young Pat Riley look. like I said, he's not going to have an issue with X's and O's. He's been around the game. He's played the game, you know. But when it comes to being a leader of men, and then it's the Lakers. Like again, we and it's so weird to me. Like melanated, I don't want to make this a melanated issue, a non-melanated issue, but when it comes to melanated teams or melanated coaches or players, when they get handed their first team, they get handed a bag of trash.
Straight Duke.
Straight Duke. Straight Duke in the bag. But
Yeah.
these coaches that they hand pick, they get hand picked and their teams be upper echelon top tier. Steve Kerr, he turned out to be a pretty good coach, but you got a head start when you have a ready-made Steph Curry, Klay Thompson.
That Mark Jackson put together.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Harrison Barnes, Draymond Green. That's a very good squad. Andre Iguodala. That's a hell of a team. Then later on, you trade Harrison Barnes and bring in Durant. That's a hell of a start. When I think of Derek Fisher, pause, when he got his first coaching job, they gave him a bag of trash, which was the Knicks. And it was a mess when they gave Derek Fisher the Knicks. It was a straight up mess. And it's too many coaches who are melanated, when they get the job, is handed a bag of trash.
Always seems like that. Oh, let's see what you can do with this.
So
what am I do with a bag of trash, huh?
You feel me? Like even Houston a couple years back before Udoka took over, that he was a first time head coach, been an assistant for years in the NBA. I think it was Bernie Brickenshaw. I know I'm tearing up his last name right now, pause. But his son, Bernie Bickerstaff, I think his son took over Houston before Ime Udoka, and it was not good. It wasn't a good team. But he's been a top level assistant for years. But it happens all the time. So he has the look of the coach. Will he be able to put a little time? You know, time will tell. But he's not handed a bag of trash. You got Anthony Davis, you got LeBron James, and you got a solid team. You got talent on your team. You're going to compete. So this is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting to see. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Last year for 2023, the top 5 colleges as far as per game. At number 5, for an average ticket for a college game at Alabama was $470 for the average ticket. At number 4, the average ticket for $481 was Notre Dame. At number 3, the average ticket of $498, Tennessee. At $512, the average ticket was for Ohio State. And number 1, I'm not surprised at this, to be honest with you, with the average ticket of $517 is Colorado.
That's crazy. I don't even want to think about what as you get closer to the 50-yard line and closer to the field, what them tickets is looking like. And this is college. I wonder what student discount you get. You know what I'm saying? For the students, what they like they get it for free, right? Or they gotta pay a little something.
The students?
Yeah.
These are the prices, bro.
Wait, the students gotta pay $500?
These are the prices, bro.
I'm gonna be in the library. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna watch it at the library. I'm gonna watch the game at the library. You got me fucked up. I go to the school, I pay this tuition, and I gotta still pay for the game?
These are the prices.
Nah, son, you got me fucked up, son. I thought my tuition covered my seat at the game for the 4 years. It don't cover that? Nah, that's crazy, son.
Yeah, these
are the one game? Yo, you can't deduct $500 from my tuition if I go to one game. You get 4 years tuition out of me. You know what I'm saying?
I think they get a discount off of spring ball, but spring ball is also the spring game. That's also they charge for the spring game.
Yo. These schools is making a killing. The raping is crazy. Once you sign, you can't escape the rape. Yo, that's crazy. How you gonna charge a student $500?
The average ticket. This is the average
We
ticket.
seeing oodles and noodles. The
That
average student, barely got bread in college. You know what I'm saying?
$500 for the average student is a lot of money.
Bro, so in college, that's at least 2, 3 months going down the drain for one football game. God forbid they lose.
And mind you, it's 6 games at home per year. So if a college student goes to at least what 4 games, that's over 2 grand right there.
That's insane.
Because you got to remember, this is all a part of the college experiences of why that these students is choosing these schools
Yeah, but
because
some of these stadiums, not to cut you off, be holding like 100,000
yeah,
people.
yes,
So if the students is paying 500,
yes,
nah, son.
yes.
Now you gotta deduct that from my tuition, blood. I'm not giving you tuition money and seat money
But
and
I'm
popcorn and drink money. Nah, that should go with my tuition, blood.
but I'm pretty sure the cheap seats is probably among like the 300s. You know what I'm saying? Like the real like high seats, that's around like the 300s.
OD nosebleed. You can't even see a damn thing up there. You know what I'm saying?
Get you some good binoculars, be all right. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck it, the college experience, right?
Experience. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna be straight. And mind you, all these schools per game is sold out.
Yeah.
These
That's
are
why I
sold
said
out.
like some schools holding like 110,000 in the stadiums. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And they all sold out. So how much bread did the school make? Not including the tuition, not including the concession stand, not including merchandise sales, not
This is
including parking. You know what I'm saying, bro? That's at least that got to be at least 10 million a game, son.
so throughout the year, depending on the school, like we didn't even mention Michigan. Michigan holds the biggest stadium in all college, and I mean in all sports.
Were they
We
like 120 or something, right?
yes,
So Michigan, especially on a November day, brick ass, and it's still sold
packed.
out.
It's packed. Well, oh, you crazy? The colder, the more packed it is. Crazy? We in there
And
deep.
and, and we're not talking about buddies in the parking lot tailgate since 7 this morning and shit. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
How much
And,
money?
and when you go to a game, you want the game experience. You're gonna buy you a ticket. You're gonna buy you a jersey or a sweater or something that says the school on it. You're gonna get you one of the big foam fingers or something like that. You're gonna eat something. You're not most times when you go to a game, you don't think to yourself, I'm gonna eat before I get to the game. Which is the worst thing that you can do because once you eat, when you get to the game, for some reason when you get in there, you see the glizzies and all that other stuff all freshly cooking. You like, damn, I could like, damn, my dude got $8 in my pocket. Like, damn, what's
Not
that?
for the fresh gizzy.
You know what I'm saying? The fresh glizzy, just hot bun, pause, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I could eat, you know what I'm saying? I could eat again. So it's the worst thing that you could do. So you just spent a whole lot of money on merchandise, on parking, food, beer, drinks, or whatever the case may be, chips or whatever. That's a lot of money per person. And then for years, this is all money that the school have been making. Now moving forward, the school has to they have to start paying the players not just from NIL. So now the players are going to get NIL and get paid from the school.
I know the school, man. We've been raping them for 100 years. Now we gotta cut a check. Like, yeah, you gotta cut a check. They ain't coming to see you.
Facts,
You know what I'm saying?
facts.
They don't even know y'all boosters. They coming to see us play. So
Right,
cut that check, man. It's
right.
mutually beneficial for everybody.
So at the end of the day, man, I'm glad these players are starting to get paid in college. We play college football, and everybody experience is different in college. Whether you're at, you know, a 4-year school, JUCO, you know, it's all different. And I'm glad some of these players are really reaping the benefits off of decades of players that came before them. And now that, you know, now they in this position that they could, you know, make some money for themselves. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that's cool. That's pretty cool. But them tickets is outrageous though. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's crazy.
Ridiculous.
That they basically buying a PlayStation 5 every other weekend. That's, you know, so shout out to them. The school is making that money. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Did you hear about the climate change in Egypt? Egypt has recently received snow. They had a snowstorm in Egypt. What do you think about that?
No, I didn't hear about that, but that's unorthodox. You know what I'm saying? Unheard of, and ain't that like a rare occurrence or some shit? Like I'm not
Yes.
familiar with their, but Egypt is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where it's at. So the fact that it snowed there is like, what y'all gonna say is El Nino? Like, whoa, it's like, come on,
Yeah.
like, what we talking about?
Yeah.
Like,
I,
how did that occur without y'all manipulating that to happen like that? You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
In the summertime, it's gonna snow. Like what?
In Egypt.
In Egypt,
Yeah.
it's in the desert, but it's
Right.
gonna snow. But
Yeah.
it doesn't do that. No, we got other deserts everywhere else. We got Nevada desert. You know what I'm saying? Ain't never did that over there. So why Egypt? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's funny and weird at the same time.
Seeing that, I'm like, what's coming next?
Yeah, facts.
Because it's never what's going on. It's always what's coming next. I always like my mental process is always like chess pieces, and I'm like, what is coming next when I see that? You
Facts.
know, especially in a place like Egypt. This is Egypt. Like it's kind of scary to be honest with you because we don't know what configuration or what climate uh, dent that made that type of climate change for it to be that radical in the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Colombia police is searching for a 15-year-old teenager in Oakland Park. The teenager seen the you know the notifications that he it was missing, and then releases a diss track on his family for trying to look for him.
Man,
Can't make this up.
this world is always intriguing. It never ceases to amaze me. You know what I'm saying?
Can't make this up. What do you think about that?
First of all, you know your goofy ass was supposed to be home a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? You knew what time you're supposed to be home. Let's not act like you don't know your curfew. You know what I'm saying? And you acting big and bold, and you nowhere near that. You know what I'm saying? You a little guppy. You don't know what the world is like yet. You know what I'm saying? And just your old family, yo, the shit better be hot, son. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna hold you. It was kind of Johnny Blaze. You know what I'm saying? Like I heard some of the bars. It was kind of Johnny Blaze, but just but the level of disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Like they looking for you, and you come out with a diss track. Like who? I've never heard nothing like this ever in my life, bro.
So you was in the studio the whole time. You didn't tell nobody was in the studio.
So he out there with Puffy and them. No, we not
Why,
we
why
not
couldn't you just text your family and let you know, like, yo, I'm in the studio about the latest track down? That's it.
at the
Don't.
end of the day. At the end of the day, this young man deserves everything he got coming to him. Seriously, because when you got people who actually care about you and looking out for your well being, even if that's just a front, even if that's just a front, the simple respect to say, "Yo, I'm good. I don't think I should live with y'all." And have some sort of peace moving forward. That just makes it. That just makes it even worse. That just makes it even worse. Moving on to our next hot topic. The the Oklahoma City Thunder have traded point guard Josh Giddey for Chicago Alex Caruso. What do you think about that?
I mean, I guess it's a decent trade. We'll only know when the season starts, but I feel like, yeah, like I said, it's a decent trade. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nothing wrong with it.
I mean, I thought Josh Giddey was supposed to be the franchise point guard. I mean, he played so well with the with the other kid, SGH. Um, but honestly, it felt like we didn't hear nothing about Josh Giddey ever since that whole allegations thing with the teenager. It felt like they shut him down, kept it quiet. The Oklahoma City Thunder was able to overcome the backlash and any news inklings about Josh Giddey because they did really well this year. They went to the second round in the playoffs, so there was no questions being asked. And now, like, they quietly got him out of town. So that's what that feels like to me.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with that. That definitely is something to definitely look at because they never talked about his situation ever again, which is funny enough because, again, I'm not trying to go that route, but when motherfuckers do the same thing and you get two different outcomes, it's kind of questionable. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
And we both do the same thing.
yeah,
Why we get two different outcomes? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yes.
So that's all I'm saying.
Very interesting. Very interesting. All right. Next hot topic. There was a clip of a street worker. She came up to the car and was like, "Yo, what we trying to do?" He was like, "Yo, for real, I don't even really like want you like that. I need you to wash my car. I'm willing to give you $200 to wash my car." She's like, "I'm not washing your car." So, I mean,
That was the easiest $200 you could have got. You know what I'm saying? $200 to wash a car? Where the soap and suds in?
to wash your car.
Oh, this is the delusion for me. You too good to wash a car, but it's okay to sit on random peen for 200. Okay, I get it. That's logical. That makes sense. You
That's
could
just,
easily flip the script and be where they used to, where you know what I'm saying, the Johns be at, and be like, "Yo, I'm just here to wash cars.
yeah,
Why
yeah,
not?"
yeah. And
Oh,
you
but
getting
that
money.
you getting money, right? It's legitimate money. It's respectable money. But hoeing is better. All right. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That
At,
would be the easiest $200 you was gonna get.
I, 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 I just have to wonder where her whole moral compass lies when you turn down $200 to wash somebody's car, opposed to receiving $200 to go and suck and smut your way to the $200. So it's easier to do that than to wash a car, and then you can keep your morals and your integrity aligned by washing somebody's vehicle instead of opening your legs. I,
But that's not Johnny Blaze. That's not what's lit. That's not the image of entrepreneurial shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? All this goofy ass shit that people be saying that don't mean nothing at the end of it anyway. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's like a decent living is what is important. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
How how you look at yourself in the mirror and when that reflection hits back at you, do you like what you see?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna have to do this day in and day out. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, she could definitely wash cars in Turkey. That's a fact. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got a bunch of cars lined up for you in Turkey. Don't even worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it, little baby. We got you. You know what I'm saying? You going straight to Turkey, Sunjet. You know what I'm saying? First class.
Put on the subject. You know what I mean? Frontier getting the turkey on $12.
Oh, it's gonna take her 2 days to get there. She
But
gonna
it's
stop in
$12.
Maryland, you know what I'm saying? Then she gonna stop in DC. Then she gonna
But it's $12 though. You know what I'm saying?
yo, you gonna get there, you know what I'm saying?
You're right. $12. You know what I'm saying? Frontier. You heard? Don't bring no luggage neither.
You don't even need it.
They don't even need it. You know what I mean? Uh, Last hot topic. I finally finished watching the Ozark season 4. After watching the Ozark, I found a character that I hated more than Tariq St. Patrick before they gave Tariq St. Patrick his own show. And that's their son.
Oh yeah. Square ass nigga, man. I mean, I can't be mad at it because you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, what are you doing, son?
Yo, yo,
How you
yo,
going against the fam? Are you
yo,
straight? Nah, son. You don't go against the fam, son. You don't go
bro,
against the family, son. Period.
doing the most.
Fraternize with the enemy? Oh my God.
Talking all out of turn. Like, yo, who killed my cousin? Oh, he killed your cousin. Like, yo, bro, like, yo, you sending her on a mission that's ultimately gonna come back on y'all. Y'all was out the game. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wanted to be out the game.
You came up with lit algorithms to get money. Like, just do that. You know what I'm saying?
And the disrespect, like he just kept like ain't no, and that's one thing I hate about Jason Bateman's character of the Ozark is that yo, there was quite a few times when his wife, his daughter, and his son was owed a suplex in random spots of the world, bro.
Nah, straight backhand. They needed a couple of backhands. Like, yo, shut up. Listen to
Yo,
what the fuck I gotta say. Like, I'm dealing with the Mexican cartel. They on my neck, and I gotta come home and listen to your goofy ass. Oh hell no, son.
facts. Straight
Like, what
super
you? I'm trying to keep the whole family alive, son.
right.
Just follow
And
my lead, son.
his wife, I call her the shit shuffler because she just shuffles shit and she has no accountability for shit. Like towards the end of season 4, she just shuffling shit. He's solving problems. He goes to Mexico. He runs the cartel. He like, I want situate shit. When I come home, we working our way to get up out the jump. He come home to some more problems that she done created. Then he needed her to go to communicate with the Mexican cartel leader. What she do? Oh, the kids ain't really speaking to me. I ain't crazy, but I'm gonna admit myself into the crazy house until the kids come talk to me.
Like, yo, bitch, if you just get off your fucking feelings and listen for once, so we can stay alive.
If
Oh,
that's not the epitome of selfish, bro, he like, so you gonna leave me out here to handle all this by myself? I'm not doing nothing until the kids come and see me.
it must be nice. The
You
best part of the best part, yo, Rowan Jack is right. The best part of the scene is when they threw that nigga's lover out the fucking the first season. They threw the nigga her lover out the window. Like, yo, you know
Yo,
he ain't tell him to throw you out too.
facts.
Like,
Facts,
you're
bro.
nasty, son. Like what?
The selfishness of his wife was on a whole nother level, and a part of the reason why she's the shit shuffler. That's my nickname for her. Every time I say like, here come this shit shuffler, right? Everything that she did was for herself. It was something for her. It was something that was it just had, it was just her in mind. Like, oh, we got to do this so that way I can get in line, so I can get this political thing rocking off, and blah 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 blah. It was always her. She was the bottom line for her, the moves that she was making. Marty was trying to get the family situated and get up out the cartel and stay alive.
As all men do when they're in that position, they think of selfishly, they think about their family first. Women think about themselves first.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah.
I don't care, son. Cause ain't and I'm a big historian, ain't no civilization known to man that was built by women.
Facts.
Ain't no civilization built by women, period. Because y'all innately selfish. That's why men built civilization, because we're not building it for ourselves. We're building it for everybody else. A nigga could live comfortably in the bush,
Mm-hmm.
but he know that ain't everybody's way. So it's like, all
Right.
right, let me build roads, houses, buildings, showers, you know what I'm saying? Hot water, coffee maker, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Name one thing a female built that's for everybody. I'll wait. You probably won't. It'll probably be episode 200 before you could find something. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna find it.
Yeah.
But anything men built is for everybody. It ain't just for men. You know what I'm saying?
And it's funny that you say that because going back to the show, the cartel leader, his family got smoked, but he still had his sons. So the things he was trying to do was legitimize himself where his sons will be good. He would be like, yo, whatever happens to me, I want to get out. I want to get out of it. But if something happened to me, cool. As long as my sons are able to live and benefit off of, the hard work that I put in throughout the years. You
He
know what I'm
cool
saying?
with it. Women
Going
be like, what about me? What about me?
going back to the cousin, to Ruth's cousin. I think that's her name, Ruth with the bushy hair. Her
Yeah.
cousin, right? He was gonna go back in and leave Darlene. I think that was her name. He was gonna leave Darlene. Darlene sitting there crying. Yo, they said they gonna take the baby. Da da da. What he do? Yo, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stick around. Like, yo, let's get married. You know what I'm saying? So that way she could stand firm with ACS. Like, yo,
Yeah.
we got
Because her position by herself ain't strong enough. You know what I'm saying?
right, right, right. You know what I'm
And he was
saying?
a young cat too. But
Right.
he was stable.
And then before he died, he situated his books. So if something was to happen to him, the cousin get it.
All selfless acts.
You
Every
feel?
woman in that show is all selfish. The daughter, Ruth, the old lady, the wife, the chick that ran the Kit Kat, stole
Yeah,
bread and
yeah,
coke and ran. Like, damn, bitch,
yeah,
the
yeah,
fuck? This
yeah,
is cartel money. What are you doing?
yeah,
You ain't gonna fuck what happened to Marty Mar. You know what I'm saying? You wanted
yeah,
your bread and you did. Got
yeah.
coked out and had to come back. Like, yo, come on, son. I'm surprised Marty ain't lose his shit. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
he's old to lose. That's what I'm
He
saying. Like,
old to
yo,
lose his shit. You know what I'm saying?
yo,
If
fact.
anybody's supposed to lose his shit, bust his gun, bust some cats, it's him.
Yeah,
But he had
yeah.
to hold it together because ain't nothing gonna come out of him being emotional.
Like, and then there was one scene where he was able to get busy on the guy in traffic, right? But to me, that wasn't his old moment, bro. Like, it was just two men scrapping just because they agitated. You know what I'm saying? He got to deal with this chick over here, and he trying to play the music, try not to talk to her, like, you know what I'm saying, trying to zone her out or whatever, and he just agitated, like, yo, we in traffic. So that just two men working some shit out, right? But all the people that I named, he owed them a couple of power bombs along the back slaps, bro. Like, what? I'm dealing with cartel, and you over here giving me strife. You over here cheating on me. You over here shoveling shit. You over here stealing from me. You over here just shit that he had to deal with, bro. Yo,
I commend him, son. Strong man.
commit,
Strong
commit.
man. And was able to finesse the cartel to keep a bullet from his head, son. What Marcus Burnett said, yo, if they find a goddamn bullet over here, I bet it hurt.
Yo, so shout out to the Ozark. I finally finished watching season 4. All right, moving forward, this next segment is brought to you by Bravo Section. Make sure you go to bigbbravosection.com. Again, BigBravoSection.com to book a session with one of the best photographers in the world if you're in the Miami area. In the Miami area. If you're not, you can still book that session, fly out, and take care of your session. You got a petty thought for us?
You know how I do chat. We got petty words. We hitting the petty Bible. You know what I'm saying? That's a Black law. Very interesting. I found this word in Black's law. I'm even surprised it's there. First word on Black's law is Sunday. It's the first day of the week. Is designated by its name, also as the Lord's Day and as the Sabbath. So even law is telling you Sunday is the first day of the week, but in reality, Monday is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So legally, Sunday is the first day of the week. All right. Next word is vigilant, watchful, awake, and on the alert, attentive to discover and avoid danger, or to provide for safety, circumspect and cautious. Now, next word, I don't know how to read Latin, but I was trying to look up the word vigilante, and I believe this is the closest word to vigilante in Black's Law, sixth edition, which is, bear with me, I can't read Latin. We weren't taught this, you know what I'm saying? So the word is vigilantibus et non dominitibus jura subvenita. Crazy word, crazy word. It's all one word, right? That means the law aids those who are vigilant, not those who sleep upon their rights. So it says the law aids those who are vigilant. Now I'm assuming if you're a vigilante, you know what I'm saying? You're vigilant means to be watchful, awake, and alert. So if you're alert and you know that certain things is going wrong in law, you have the right to be vigilant and to make sure those who are asleep know their rights. So you gotta wake those who are asleep, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Last word on this list is conservator, a guardian, a protector, a preserver, appointed by the courts to manage affairs of incompetence or to liquidate business. Person appointed by a court to manage the estate of one who is unable to manage property and business affairs effectively. So my question is, who determines how a person is able to manage their affairs and property and business effectively? To now to award somebody a conservatorship over their affairs. Who deems that? You know what I'm saying? Like who makes that ruling? So that's very interesting. A very good movie to watch about this is I had mentioned it last episode. No, the episode before last. Let me go
They
back to notes. What was the name of that movie?
they care a lot. Or
They
I
care. I care a lot. Completely about conservatorship, and you really gotta watch the movie and see how powerful the finesse is with the wordplay. This is why petty thoughts is very important. You gotta understand how wordplay uh shapes your life. This is why it's very funny that when we're children, right, you learn spells, right? Because you learn how to spell words. But isn't that the same thing that witchcraft does? They learn spells,
Mhm.
wordplay. And anytime you ever seen a movie about witches, anytime they uttered words, it was always in Latin, right? So look at the symbology of witches. They wear black robes. They use words that confuse you. What other people use words that confuse you and also use black robes? Judges.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? They use words to confuse you. When you come in the court of law, it's legalese. It's so confusing, you got to hire another motherfucker to explain it to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And depending on how much bread you got is how much information they going to give you.
Yeah.
You might as well just learn the shit yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So our petty words of today was Sunday, vigilance, that long Latin word that I'm not even gonna try to say again, and conservator. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
never seen such a long Latin word in all the years I've been researching and looking at law law dictionaries. but there are words in Latin in there. But this is the longest word I've ever seen, and it's really one word. So that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's amazing. That's amazing. Go over those particular types of words. Make sure y'all look that up and do your own due diligence and see how those words is used in everyday life and in law. So make sure you tap in. All right, moving on to our next segment. I keep the lie live segment.
Keep the lie alive.
Keep the lie live. So this keep the lie live segment for this show is all right. So my main thing with this particular segment is that it's so weird in a melanated space that you have to grow, gain experience, be popping. There go that word again, experience. For people to really gravitate and to give you the proper respect that's due just based off your work, based off your information, Black's Law Dictionary, based on the information we give throughout the show or just in life. When you watch something, when the melanated community, something has to become the it thing. It has to be, a billion watched, for you to get your proper due props. But you're doing the work. You're giving the information. You're having a good time. This is just not this is not exclusive to the show or anything. This is exclusive to being melanated and having a platform, whether it's podcast, radio, music, anything that takes talent that has to build, right? We would assume that needs to be built. We have to wait for something to be built for people to respect your craft and to respect what you do. When people can just exist and be great, and then people just rock with it because it's great. I say that, and for example, the top executive of EA Sports winning on a podcast, brand ass, and they're not popping. They don't have like crazy numbers or whatever, and that's no diss to them, right? But you have somebody on your caliber of that caliber on your podcast based on no experience, based on not having to be quote unquote popping or be quote unquote the it show or whatever. But you could just exist. I went to a show. I'm sorry, I went to a football game, Michigan versus Florida State. At the halftime show, there was an artist I've never heard of before. Never heard of him. Looked him up. Very little visibility online. Very, very little. His fan base online, it was damn near non-existent, but he got to perform the halftime show for Florida State versus Michigan in a damn bowl game. Not hating, but it's just something that I realized. When I watch late night TV and I see all these other artists or other, people or whatever, and they're not melanated, and they could be, they're very talented, but I've never heard of them before. Do my due diligence, very little visibility. But with us, we have to sell a million records. We have to, be the most lit or be the this or be that just to get half the type of the real recognition that we deserve. So I hate this idea of, oh, this got to be popping or holla at me when you get famous or how, when this gets to this number, then, this going to be lit. Who the hell are you to determine what's lit and what's not lit? Especially when the thing that people is doing is feeding your soul and feeding your creativity. That's what makes it lit. Not the status in itself. The status of itself is cool when you get it out the mud, when you build it up from the ground level. That's cool because then you could see like the real journey. That's amazing. From our show, we've had a real journey on this show, and to see where it's at right now is beautiful. But we know that it's going to continue to grow, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not exclusive to us, right? It's more exclusive to the ideology and melanated culture that oh, for you to be taken serious, you have to do this, you have to do that. Same thing with, again, me and music, right? When I started, I used to drive me a nice truck. I love that truck, right? Had me a nice place, right? But when I upgraded on certain things, and then I went to certain parties, people started taking me more serious. Like, oh, bro, you do this, you do that. They start seeing the jewelry, they start seeing the watches, they start seeing the cars. I bought, different cars. Then it became like, yeah, yo, he lit, he popping. So now he gotta be who he say he is. He gotta be this, that, and the third, despite the fact that I actually put in the work, despite the fact of my visibility, right? It's the same thing, the same story with everything else. That's what I say. It's not exclusive to me or the show. It's just the ideology and the mindset that we have to put ourselves in this position for people to be taken serious. When somebody does great work, but they don't get the visibility, are they not great? When I think of somebody like a Kevin Samuels, rest in peace to the Godfather, when his show blew up, he was doing his show for like 6 years before his show even blew up, to the point of what other people think the measure of blow up mean, right? Then, but when he got his level of success to the outside world, he was so polarizing that you had women celebrating his death, but the world wouldn't recognize the information that he was given at the time because he wasn't quote unquote popping. So it's just that I'm just highlighting the ideology of that.
It's really more so because we letting a lot of lesser beings control a force that they can't control. You know what I'm saying? Everything that is of the culture, melanated people created it. And I'm talking about melanated people of the Americas. It's nothing that people in the Americas they ain't create that nobody else ain't following. They looking at us for everything. You know what I'm saying? And within that, they know that we created all, and that's where the hate comes from. So that's why they have to put a mesh and a marginalizing type of structure to be like, oh no, this is what entails for you to be great. And but bro, I already know my history. We've been great for thousands of years. What is you
Mhm.
talking about? You know what I'm saying? America is Egypt. This is the land of where it all started from. If you think about it, if Africa was Egypt and it was the first Egypt, why is it nothing from their culture comes over here and we adopt their culture? Don't you see that everything we do, they adopt? Because we're the first ones.
Mhm.
Everything we did, everybody else adopt. They want to be like us because we the original. We the ones from the Bible. We the ones from the Quran. All that stuff happened here. So when they came over here and know that we are our elk and our lineage, our bloodline goes for so long, they devised a way. It was like, all right, well, these niggas are so lit, their light is so bright, we're gonna find a way to dim the shit. To the point where our shit is so damn like the shit we need a revamping real quick. You know what I'm saying? But once that happens, we ain't gonna need y'all. And that's where the fear really comes in because we really don't need y'all. You know what I'm saying? We got so many people in position. If y'all disappear tomorrow, it wouldn't even mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? Life will still go on. A bunch of people will still be in positions and doing what they need to do. It's just how if you finally go into knowing how history is, you finally realize like, damn, like yo, we really been here for this long. Like it's to a point where our ancient ancestors buildings and monuments and pyramids are so old the shit is damn near crumbling.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. And to finish up that point is, if we could get rid of that ideology, we could advance ourselves not just as a melanated culture but as a world culture, because it's so weird because like outside of our community, people receive the information differently and respect the information differently, respect the craft, respect everything that's added into the atmosphere differently. But when it comes to us, judging us and dealing with us, it's like, yeah, nah, da 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 da, this, that, and the third. And it's like, Huh? That don't make any sense. So it kills me when people do stuff like that. Like I've noticed, like even the Joe Budden's podcast, right? The Joe Budden podcast is such at a height right now. Like they at a monumental height, right? But it took years to keep it real. It took years for Joe Buttons to really build it to where it's at now. The way how he wanted it, the way how the way they still get in that love without having to deal with Spotify and any of these other companies trying to benefit and monetize off the backs of his hard work, pause, and the work of the people that he has around him. So, but that took a minute, right? But also, he also left the rap game kind of like un, like it didn't feel like an easy transition from rap to being in the media space, in the podcasting space, where like he felt the hate, the vitriol of the things that he had to go through in his rap career, right? So where he's at right now, people respect him on a certain level, and they give him the credit that he basically earned in the media space. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's just so weird that you have to do all that for people to really like show you the respect and love. Like even somebody like Beyonce. Beyonce gets hated on all the time and still continue to get hated on, but she just continued to keep it moving. And I think about that with all the greats. When Michael Jordan used to be playing, people used to watch the games hoping that Michael Jordan would lose. When somebody like that's why I brought up Kevin Samuels when he passed away. The women, a lot of women who didn't know themselves were celebrating his death. People used to watch Floyd Money Mayweather just to watch him, hoping to see that he would lose, hoping that he would lose, hoping. So it's like we have to go through all this vitriol just to get to a little love, despite of the hard work, despite the information, despite of entertaining, despite all of these things, but we do it within each other. Like one thing I did not respect about Money Mayweather, it was a clip where he was in a club and he was burning money, and I just don't respect people that burn money, right? Because there's a value to this dollar out here, so I didn't respect that. I must be honest about that. But people people would say, well, he melanated rich. He melanated rich. He not rich rich. And most people that say that is people that he has more money than. So I don't understand it. Like if you don't have as much as he do, you can't put what he has in a box somewhere. And we just do that to each other. And it's such a backwards mentality and a mindset that I wish we'd learn how to completely relieve of our mindset and be able to move this thing forward.
Yeah, growing Jack is funny, son.
Okay, I had to play Mayweather to blow. No, but you get what I'm saying, Rowan Jack. It's just like people do such a job, especially in our community, on trying to check our levels. So let's say tomorrow that that somebody elevates, they qualify like, oh, he only elevated because of this, or he only elevated because of that, or whatever the case may be. Regardless if it's true or not, we put a cap on our elevation, and we just naturally do that. And when the whole time you could have been a part of the whole wave. Like for example, again, when Nipsey Hussle died, you got all these people. The biggest Nipsey Hussle fan. I'm bumping his music all day long. Where was all that love when he was around? I didn't hear nobody. I've never heard somebody say like, "Yo, you got some Nipsey Hussle to me? Play that, play that." When he was alive, I've never heard that. But now that he passed away, now everybody is like, yo, play that Nipsey Hussle. So it's just that mindset of, oh, you have to be in a certain eye before people really want to mess with you. But that's only in a melanated culture. That's not from the outside culture. So that's my Keep the Lie live for this episode. And yeah. Yo, this has been a great episode. Want to thank y'all for tapping in. We on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Right now, we almost at 7,000 subscribers. So again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment, hit them comments in the rewatch. We also got merch in the rewatch as well. You can always get you some merch and them videos in the rewatch. You could continue to support any clip or video in the live as well on this channel. As well, I want to thank the sponsors of the show. I want to thank OUV Records, Button Snaps, and Bravo section. If you're interested in becoming one of the sponsors of the show, you can hit me up on Instagram at Ashley Lovechild, or you can hit my brother on Instagram at
Bravo section _.
So if you're interested in becoming one of the sponsors, you can hit us up on Instagram as well. Also tap into the Overstand podcast. Comes on every Monday at 9:30. Why understand when you can overstand? So make sure you tap into that. Again, every Thursday, every Sunday, we're here 10:30 for the Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast. So again, continue to support us in the tap in every Thursday and Sunday at 10:30. Uh, Anything you got going on you want to let the people know before we head out?
Nah, that's it. Just tap in on Thursday, 10:30. I already know what it is.
All right, all right. And you already know what time it is. We're gonna see y'all Thursday, 10:30. And as always, big love. Shout out to some of our day ones, Rowan Jack in the building, King Prince. Got a shout out to King Prince real quick. Tremont Lions. These are just some of our day ones. Krista Martin, Krista Matlock. Yo, big love, man. We appreciate y'all always.
Wherever you at, Rowan 12, come back, son. We miss you, dog. Where you at, son?
Rowan 12, right? Rowan
Yo,
12.
where Rowan 12 at? Rowan Jack, holla at him. Tell him to come through, son. We ain't see Rowan 12 in a minute.
That's a fact. And make sure y'all hit the rewatch. We got a whole bunch of videos up. We got over 115 videos up. Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast within the clips. So there's hours and hours of content that you can rewatch, share, and like and comment.
Yo, Rowan Jack, you out, son.
So y'all make sure y'all tap in. I'm gonna hit y'all with a little laugh track on our way out. You know what I'm saying? And another great show. A little clap track. So we'll see y'all this Thursday at 10:30. We out. Nothing but love, y'all.
Howdy.